fighter. Conor McGregor's on the run.
Yeah. Yes.
Did you see the video?
Yeah. I don't know what it's for though.
I don't either.
Apparently it's
He has a beef against.
like some other fighter.
No, I think it's against. What is? I almost said WWE, the UFC. He has like beef with the UFC. So he went to. Actually, I could be wrong. I'm not going to even say that because I might be wrong.
I thought it was against a specific person.
Is it?
I forget the tweet I saw, but that's what it seemed like.
Is that he has beef with with another fighter?
Okay, so apparently someone else, I think another fighter, him and his friends all they have like beef with Conor's crew or something.
Right.
And they found Conor's friend, I guess someone in the crew, and like cornered him and were basically like
Trying to
like
rile him up.
punk him or something, just like bullying him pretty much. And like obviously Conor, none of his friends were there. It was just all of that. So Conor and his friends found that out and then went in, I guess, just threw chairs at the window. He was in maybe?
Because there's a van. I saw the video of the
Apparently
van.
that was it. And then so Conor got all of his guys to go after him, and that's why he was.
That's crazy.
That's what I read. It could be. That's what I read on Twitter.
I saw like
Could be completely wrong.
two different videos, and in one video you can see somebody like throwing trash cans, and you're just like, damn, who is that? And then in another video, it's a close up of somebody in the actual van, like what the hell's going on? And the dude throwing trash cans is Conor McGregor, and so they're just like, why is this guy throwing shit? And then he's like, what the fuck? That's Conor.
Really?
And then somebody in the back's like, I can't wait to fucking kill him. I was just like, I was watching. I was like, thank God my life's like chill.
I wonder what his life is like too, because he like has beef with the Irish, or he had beef with some like mafia type thing.
What?
Apparently, yeah. It was like maybe he has connections in the fucking Irish cartel or something,
What?
and then but like. I think he has like beef with some kind of mafia. I don't know if it's like American or Irish or what, but
Jeez.
apparently he's got beef.
Did you see the Dana interview?
Yeah.
He was like, Conor's doing everything in his power to tarnish the legacy that he's made. And I was like, fuck. Like,
Do you care though if
I
you're
don't
Conor?
care. Oh, I thought you were saying do fans
Nah.
care. I'm not even like a fan, but
Should Conor care? Yes, he's made so much money.
yeah, and I don't even think it's money
I don't
at
know
this point, because I think people aren't fans of Conor McGregor because of how proper he is, you know? Like, it's cool to see the way he conducts himself in interviews, like, after fights. Like, even if he wins or he loses, like, for the most part, he's pretty down to earth. It's just that he does a really good job of selling the fight by his shit talk.
Antics?
Yeah, his antics. But I think when he wins a fight or when he loses a fight, especially when he loses a fight, he's pretty like, he was a good opponent. He was a good, you know, he's a great competitor.
He's always a humble like winner and loser.
Yeah.
I don't know about winner,
I don't know about winner either.
but loser at least.
Yeah. He's never like a complainer or anything like that.
Welcome to the Flycast. We are still sponsorless.
I was wondering what you were doing.
I just tore the Gatorade wrapper off my Gatorade.
For those who are watching or listening.
Because I'm not making Gatorade money. Unless they cut me a check. Because they need me.
Gatorade needs.
Gatorade needs Optic MaNiaC.
Speaking of Gatorade, actually, I don't know if this has anything to do with Gatorade, but I was
curious of where that could go.
I was talking to Sam. I don't know how the hell we started talking about Michael Vick, but we started talking.
Because we were talking about Michael Vick yesterday.
Oh yeah,
It's number 7.
oh yeah, because number 7 was my number. What was your number in basketball?
I had a bunch of different numbers. My like final number that I retired with in 10th grade. They hung the jersey up in Hagerstown, fucking South Hagerstown High School. They hung my number 15 jersey up. Not really.
Yeah, we were just talking about numbers. Obviously, I think 23 and 10 are like the most popular numbers. Like when I think numbers, I think of 23. Everybody
I was 15 and like 31.
I was always 7.
I'm trying to think of if I was ever a lower number than 15. I don't remember.
Whenever I play roulette, I always play 2, which is Brandon's number, 3, which is Blake's number, and then 7, which is my number.
No, I always play 7. I play. Wait, what was the point? You and Sam.
Okay, well, it's gonna get a lot darker than that. So, do your thought
of what?
What you were playing in roulette?
7, 10. 7, 10, 15, 23, like 31.
Damn.
3.
You play the board.
I'd switch it up.
Yeah.
I've left a casino once with winnings,
For
and that
real?
was $80 because I was like, I'm leaving.
I left one time.
Every
with
other
11.
time, it's leaving down like at least 400.
Jeez. I left one time up 1,100, and then I left one time up 400. And then everything else, I'm just down 200 because I only play 200.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll be down 200 and I'll leave. And
Really?
it's so hard to
What
leave.
if you get up 200?
What? If I go up 200, I just keep playing.
So if you go down to 200, you're done.
I go in with $200, and then I
okay.
say, like, if I that's all I'm playing.
See, I need to do that.
Yeah, you need to do that.
But usually mine was 400.
Oh.
But I would usually take out 400, lose 400, and be like, fuck that, get like 200 out, win back my 400, then lose the 400.
Yeah.
So what was Sam saying about Michael Vick?
Well, here's where it gets dark. So we were talking, I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about pit bulls. That's what we were talking about. I was just saying the nicest dog I've ever met in my life was a pit bull, and she grew up with a pit bull, and so she is kind of like she has a love for pit bulls, and she can't it annoys her whenever there's like a stigma around pit bulls and people don't like them. But I can understand both sides of it because the same way that she grew up and had an amazing time with a pit bull, there's probably there's hundreds of people out there who have either had a family member die from a pit bull or have also been injured or know someone that's been injured by a pit bull. So I get both sides of it. And I was just saying, well, she was just like, I just don't understand why people would be so upset or why people hate pit bulls. And I was like, well, I think it's the same way as any other dog. Like any other dog, they could be the nicest dog in the entire world, and then they just flip and hate one particular dog or one particular human, and they'll attack them. And usually it's just a dog, so it's whatever. But pit bulls they're so built and they're so powerful that it's if they hate one thing, that's life. That's a life or death situation at that point. And they could be friendly with every other person, every other animal that they ever come in contact with, but that one snap, that could be pretty damaging.
You think you could take a pit bull if it attacked you?
I think it's situational. I could take a pit bull if there was a chair beside me.
You'd use it. How would you use a chair? I feel like I wouldn't even want a chair in that situation. If it was just me versus pit bull 10 feet in front of me and just charge each other, we both just, it's like in a movie, me and a pit bull jumping, tackling each other.
That's how you would go about it?
No, I'd probably, realistically, I'd probably get charged, be like, start getting bit in my arm, and then I always tell myself, if a dog comes after me, I'm choking it out.
That's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's kind of dark to think about, but if it's a pit bull charging at you, trying to kill you.
I'm just wondering if I could do that, though.
Choke
because
out.
I was surprised today, little ass, what's Billy's dog's?
Champ.
I was walking Champ, and that fool is like strong. Like to like hold back the leash, like takes effort. Like he can pull me.
Yeah.
It was surprising. So, but like I like to think if a pit bull was charging me, it's just a dog.
Yeah.
It might like fuck me up with a bite, but realistically, I think if it's life or death, I'd kill it.
Yeah.
I would like to think so, at least. Yeah, but I don't have experience. Like, it could fucking...
But the thing is so much shit is happening. If something is attacking you, whether it's a dog or any kind of animal or person, now that I think about it, there's so much shit going on at one time that it's, like, situational. Like, a pit bull could attack you 10 times, and probably 1 out of those 10 times, you would die. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
7 out of those 10 times you would kill the pit bull, and the other time,
I feel like I'd kill it every time.
I don't think so.
It would have to.
Well, imagine like 10 times. So many random things could happen. You could run.
It's just not good enough.
It's
just not skilled enough.
A pit bull,
but it has no skill.
It's a skill. It's faster than you. Most likely, it's stronger than you.
But no skills.
It's not smarter than you, but it's I'm gonna kill it.
Nah, I think I could take it.
I mean, I'd like to think so too. I'd like to think that if something attacked
me,
I
think it'll bite me and like fuck me up. But
ultimately, you're winning.
Ultimately, like it's getting in this headlock right here, and I'm squeezing its brains out.
I guess not to be dark because we're talking about literally killing an animal.
Yeah,
but,
what the hell?
So that's what, and then that transferred me into like thinking like a lot of people don't understand like how crazy the Michael Vick thing was when it happened, because like I mean a lot of people do, and I'm not saying a lot of people don't, but I'm saying people that are watching sports now that are just now getting into it, like high schoolers and
these goddamn millennials.
Yeah, we're millennials.
Am I?
I don't know.
What is a millennial?
I don't know. People that I guess we're not millennials. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a 90s kid or not. I was 7 when it was 2000.
Only 90s kids will remember this.
I'm more of like a millennial, I guess.
It's like I don't really remember the 90s.
Yeah.
But I was there.
Half the people that tweet out only 90s kids remember this weren't kids when it was
I feel
90s.
like the only age that matters is like 16. Where were you? What decade was it? From like 16 to like 22.
That's what you... Oh.
That's...
I care about right out of middle school or halfway through middle school to high school. That's when you're growing up. Well, that's when you're finding yourself. Like childhood. So I guess like I'm like childhood would be like elementary school to middle school. That's when you're like growing up, like going to play outside with your friends and like figuring out what sports you like and collecting football cards.
As a kid, I was in West Virginia, I think more than Maryland, but I considered Maryland my home.
Yeah.
Because like all my family lived in Maryland.
Yeah.
And eventually I moved back to Maryland, went to school and stuff.
Yeah, I grew up in Florida until I was 7, and then I only stayed in Georgia for 3 years, and then I was in North Carolina, for 12 years or something. Not 12 years. I was in North Carolina for 8 years, but I always considered those 3 years in Georgia as my like childhood, because
well, go ahead.
Because that's just like when I grew up.
What was the point of the Michael?
We're coming back to it.
How often does this happen? Because I'm like keeping track of it now. After like the first time, I was like, all right, I'm gonna get to the end of this Michael Vick thing, and we've already gone off track like 3 times.
Yeah, but it's like,
and I feel like in other podcasts, it's like, do I just like lose myself in the moment and not even come back to it ever?
Sometimes, like when we first started the Flycast, I was like so into the idea of it that I would like rewatch or re-listen to all of our Flycasts to like see how to improve and stuff. And there's so many times where I'm like, damn, we never went back and finished that thought. Yeah. So anyway, we were talking about pit bulls. We were talking about like why people hate pit bulls, and then I was like trying to tell her, I was like, man, I feel like a lot of people don't realize how crazy the Michael Vick thing was, because he was like a top 5, top 10 athlete like as far as popularity.
It's probably
it's like Allen Iverson, Michael Vick,
like, top 5. Like
Yeah.
he was like
You think top 5? I was gonna
he
say
was
top
like
5,
a
but-
fucking dude. It was like
Didn't the Falcons
because he just like changed the game.
yeah, he did.
Like that fool was like a running back as a quarterback.
Running back,
wide
quarterback.
receiver, fucking fast as shit.
like
Yeah, he
I
came
remember-
in and like changed the game.
I was like a young kid, and I remember asking my dad, and I was just like, like just out of curiosity, I was just like, Dad, why is? Because I used to collect football cards, and I was like, Dad, why is Michael Vick the only African American quarterback? And he was just like, that's a really weird question to ask. He was like, he's not, and then he was like, started telling me all the other ones that, what was it, Culpepper and everything
Dante
else.
Culpepper,
Yeah. And he was just like,
Randy, I forget.
he was like, I don't. I remember him telling me, he was like, I don't know. He was like, it just seems like that's just always like, I don't. What is the reason behind that? Anyway, that's another. I was about to get off track again. Why are quarterbacks white and running backs black? Like why? It makes no sense.
I don't know. Because I think quarterback.
That's just
It's just more of like a nerd position.
a nerd.
Like
Yeah.
I think they have to do a lot of studying and
Coaching.
shit like that, and that's just what more white people do right now.
Anyway,
To be blunt,
so then like yeah, he was like a top 5. Like he was the shit. And then I think at the same time, his brother was gaining a lot of traction at Virginia Tech. I forgot his name because he didn't do
I don't
as
remember.
well. He didn't do as well, but it was like Michael Vick, and then his brother was doing stuff at Virginia Tech, and so there was just literally like he was like a celebrity, like a top 5 athletic celebrity, and then out of nowhere he goes to jail for dogfighting or for creating the atmosphere of dogfighting. I don't know if he was technically charged for dogfighting, but it was done at his house, right? And I think people now, the same way that people think like, I don't know, the same way that if you weren't there, like if you weren't like conscious about it or you didn't follow like when it happens, like you don't really understand like how big of a deal it was. Like people think, oh, Michael Vick, the dogfighting guy, but it wasn't that. It was holy shit, like he was the shit. Like
yeah,
and now he's charged for dogfighting.
yeah.
And then, Sam said to me, she was like, I just don't understand how could you do something like that? Like, how could you set up a dogfighting ring? And then me being the devil, not, sounds so stupid to say devil's advocate in that situation, because there's never a time where dogfighting is moral. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a disgusting thing. I can't watch. If I saw a dog fight in the street between two wild dogs, my stomach would churn. You know what I mean? But I said to her, I was like, well, he was like one of the most famous people in the world at the point. And, you know, there comes a time when like, if you have everything, like what makes you excited anymore? And so maybe that
Well, that could definitely be a reason. But I think he just grew up around it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Just like in the hood, that's like a fucking common type of thing.
You just
Like
watch.
it's not just Michael Vick. It's in every hood, every like major city probably has some kind of dogfighting thing.
That's fucking crazy.
But I don't understand it either. How
do you get to that point in your life?
how do you like hurt? How do you hurt a dog like that? Because I could like smack a dog if it just like does the wrong thing,
Yeah.
like 1v1 Fortnite. I'm about to get the last kill, jumps up.
Get off me.
Maybe just out of I don't know. I can't find an excuse other than a 1v1 on Fortnite, and I'm about to.
He starts chewing on your cables.
Yeah. I don't know how people like what in their brain could possess them
Think
to
it was okay.
Yeah. It's fucking like weird.
It is
It's like
very weird.
It's like psychotic kind of.
Yeah, it definitely is. I can't imagine like because it's a bunch of guys gathered around two animals, and one of the animals is going to live.
Yeah.
The other one is gonna die. That shit, I can't even That's crazy to me.
Yeah,
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
I don't understand it.
But I don't know. These people like grow up with it.
I didn't realize he had grown up with it.
I don't know if he did, but there's a lot of people that do, I'm sure.
I thought it just got to a point where he was, because then I started telling her, like, have you seen all like the conspiracies or like the stories where like billionaires and high class politicians like go into the woods and like do crazy shit like once a year?
I would.
Yeah,
that's my goal. That's my goal, is to like just have that amount of, not that amount of money, like fucking 500 mil to a bill, but like millions.
Yeah.
Like, and just know I'm set for life.
Yeah.
And then just do what I want from that point.
Weird shit.
Yeah.
But these like the stories, and they like kind of covered it a little bit on like what's that show? Dude, what's House of Cards? They like he like kind of talks about it a little bit or covers it, but there's like actual stories of people that are like bodyguards that'll say, yeah, like we hold a perimeter around this like section of woods, and they go in there and they do like weird like they like
shrooms,
sacrifice things and like light shit on fire, and they all have sex with each other, and they do like crazy drugs.
Okay, not that.
Yeah, that's like
I thought you just meant like going in the woods and doing like fucking mushrooms with all your billionaire buddies.
Well, that could be what it is. That could just be what it, like they just go in and get really high. But then like people twist the stories and say they do like weird like cult like shit.
Yeah. I remember I got convinced as a kid that someone could literally, dude, oh man, how dumb are kids? At least me as a kid. But as a kid, I was convinced that there was someone in the world that was in like the Secret Service or like was kept secret, but there was someone in the world that could form like a fireball out of their hands. And like,
you thought it was real?
Yeah. And I was a kid, and like Dragon Ball Z was popular. And I remember getting told like how he does it, and it's like, but it was just like he would just like sit down and like basically meditate or like concentrate on just like making a fireball and shooting it. And I remember sitting down one time and like trying to do it, just like in my grass in my yard.
You tried to fireball?
I tried to make a fireball.
Is that how your hair turned red?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And nothing was the same after that.
So then I kind of like I started like I guess just thinking out loud with her, and I was like, at what point do you have like so much money and so much power and influence in the world that nothing excites you anymore? So like, what do you have to do at that point? And at that point, you're just a billionaire or a high class politician that goes into the woods and fucking has sex with people and sacrifices things. And
I wonder if that's really true, though.
Yeah, I mean, it could be completely false. I think stuff like that is like what us normal people want to believe.
Dude, there's so much money in the world. It's stupid.
Yeah, it is. What would you do if you had? Well, I guess you can't even answer that because you can't even like consciously think about what you would do.
I mean, I would do anything I wanted.
If you had like $2 billion, you could buy, like, you've already bought everything. You've already tried every drug. You've already done everything imaginable that you can do. So what in this world would excite you? Like, besides, like, selfishly excite you? Like, obviously, like, helping people, like doing positive shit. Let's put all the positivity. Let's put all the positive shit aside. Like, yes, you could donate. Yes, you could build awesome stuff, and that would make you feel great. But what would you do that would excite you? Because
there's a conspiracy about God, which is like, you know, what would you do if you've already done everything, can do anything? What would you do? And then it would be to wish you didn't know you were God. So here we are, and like right now we don't know we're God, but it was because we were God, and we were just like tired of knowing everything. We've already done everything, so it was like, I want to not know I'm God, try. That's just, I don't know how I got on that.
What?
But
I tried to keep up. I did.
To come back to your point, wait, what were you saying? Because how did I get on God?
I was saying that, like, if you had so much power and so much influence where you've already done everything selfish that you could possibly do, what would excite you?
Yeah, I don't know why that just reminded me of a God.
I mean, I get where I feel.
But what if they, just like how I said with the God thing, what if they were like, I'm about to just go be poor as fuck again? Like, what if they just threw it all away and were like, started a new life?
I feel like that has to cross, like, at least like 30% of
like start the game over.
Yeah. Like, they literally won. Like, they won the game of life, whether luckily and they worked hard. Like, they did it. So at what point do they just think,
I don't know. What's winning, though? If life is the game of life, what's winning?
I guess, well,
Can you win?
anybody that has won, we don't know the names of. Besides, like, Bill Gates. Like,
well, what if he was like low key fucking miserable?
I mean, he might be.
Do you consider that winning though?
But is he miserable because he's done everything? Like, I think the goal in life is to do what you want to do, but don't do everything. Because if you do everything,
I knew I was on the right track.
I don't know.
Like Drake said, I'm always pacing it so that I'm always chasing it.
like a Drake lyric just summed up the last 30 minutes of this podcast.
Just summed up life.
I don't know. That's what I'd like to think, that if I was that powerful and had that much money, that I wouldn't do some weird shit. But I know that I know that I would. Yeah. I know that I would do some, like,
especially like weird, like you can pay anyone to do anything. Yeah. Basically.
That's why you hear of like
you could just pay for like a 20-person orgy just right here.
You could. Have you seen the video of Mayweather, and he's sitting there in his suite? He's like own the penthouse to the Ritz-Carlton? He has something like that.
Know, probably.
But he's just sitting there like doing this, and like the shot is from behind him, so you see him, and he's just doing this, and there's like 50 girls in his room just all twerking.
Really?
And he's just sitting there like this. And I'm just like, it wasn't a music video. It wasn't for a promotion. It was somebody's Snapchat just randomly just randomly like hanging out with Mayweather, and he's just chilling in his place with 50 girls. Like,
yeah.
But at that point, does that excite him? It's probably like what he does. It's probably like part of his routine, but is it exciting?
I don't know.
It's more exciting.
Maybe it's like pizza.
It's probably more. That's true.
Like pizza, you don't ever really get tired of pizza.
That's
so
true.
Do you ever get tired of like twerking and girls and?
I don't know. But at that point, it's crazy that at that point, one of those girls is probably more excited to be there. Like, every one of those girls is probably more excited to be in the presence of Mayweather than he is that there are girls there.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like he's gifting them still.
It's like, weird. It's weird because it's like, obviously it's a
I wonder,
like, you're not supposed to, you don't objectify women. Like, you're not, like, that's the thing you're not supposed to do. And I don't do that. But I'm saying, in that situation, there's 50 girls in a room trying to please one guy. Like, how else are you supposed to view it? You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, so you forget at that point, when you're seeing Mayweather look at 50 girls just on his casual time, you forget that those are actual girls. Like, those girls are there being paid to do what? To twerk.
Are they getting
Mayweather?
Paid?
Why else would they be there? To hang out with Mayweather?
Clout, Instagram. I would go.
You would twerk for Mayweather?
Yeah, probably. If I was a girl, probably.
I mean, yeah, maybe you're right.
Just and be in that sort of. I mean, people do it just for like clout. People would do a lot of shit.
Well, I know the girls that like the girl. I've been like watched Narcos and watched like a few documentaries, so I've been like on this Pablo Escobar wave right now. And the girls that he would fly girls out, put them up in hotels, and they would wait until his business meetings were over, and then he would bring them out and pay them. So those girls got paid. I don't know about
How does he find them?
Just models, and like the top
But how does
quality
he
hookers.
get in like touch with them and talk to because they didn't have Twitter and stuff?
That was his boys' jobs. He's Pablo Escobar. He's not going to go door to door to different brothels.
How does the entire country know you're a drug dealer, but you still can't get arrested for it?
Because he
he can bang a random model, but can't. But like a cop can't find him and arrest him.
Well, the thing is that the cops, he
paid them.
Yeah, he owned the cops. So like it took the only good cops left in Colombia and help from outside to take him down. Because whenever the cops would be like the police officers would say, "All right, we found him. We know where he is. We're going." He would know that they were coming in like less than an hour, and so he would leave. And that's when he was on the run. For a long time, he wasn't even on the run. He was just fighting back. He'd be like, "Yeah, come on," and he would fucking.
Just win.
He would win, yeah.
Damn.
And then he turned himself in and said, "The only way that you can charge me and I'll plead guilty is if I build my own prison, and then all the people that you're going to charge that go to that prison are people in my gang, or my cartel." So then he went to prison, his own prison, and his cell was a 2-story. Had a king size bed. He ran his operation out of his own prison, and then all of his cartel members were his cellmates, and he just did business there. And then he still wanted a lesser sentence, so he like got his lawyer to. He had killed thousands of people.
What sentence? Is he alive?
No, he got murdered. Or not murdered. He, I guess, is it murdered? If you're on the run and you run from a police officer that and then
killed.
Yeah, he got killed.
Damn, that's crazy. I
didn't realize.
Imagine
how nuts it
being
is.
a cop and you're, what would you call it? Your cop, your police force was like. Had to take down Pablo, and he doesn't run, and he's just gonna fight back. Like that's going to war at a fucking house.
Well, I think for the majority of it, the people from America that helped out were like volunteer, like that's what they wanted to do. Because I think for a little while, America didn't want to get involved, but then they did get involved once Reagan was president, because he realized how much like cocaine was coming into Miami. So he was like, "Oh, this is a huge deal." Or that like his, that's just how the government evolved. It was like, "Oh, it's a huge deal how much cocaine is coming to Miami. We have to stop it." So then America got involved. It was like, we have to get rid of Pablo Escobar. Like he was making $60 million a day.
Was he the richest? Did someone make more than that?
No. He was making, I think it was like.
So he was the richest man.
Probably in the world.
Damn.
Actually, well, I don't know.
Like, is that more than Bill Gates?
$2 billion a year?
Wait, Bill Gates makes $2 billion?
No. Bill Gates doesn't, his net worth isn't, well,
it's like 60 billion, isn't it? Or something like.
It's what?
I think.
Well, I think for a while. Wait.
I'm about to look up the most.
The richest.
Yeah. How much they make?
I don't know, but
I think it's.
All I know is that I told you the plane. I don't know if I've talked about it on the Flycast yet, but the planes they would. You know how they would transfer cocaine?
112 billion, but that's just estimated net worth. The Amazon founder.
Is what?
That's who makes that. His estimated worth is 112 billion.
That's the richest man in the world?
Yeah.
Dude, did you know?
So how much is I don't really know how they configure like net worth, and isn't that like oh, excuse me, isn't that all your like houses and everything you own combined, how much that would be worth?
I don't know. I have no idea how they figure that out.
I just want to know how much this Amazon dude makes a day, and if that's what was Pablo making, $2 million a day.
Or, well,
20
the
million?
organization, like his cartel, was making $60 million a day.
60 million a day. I said 2.
The way he would, well, that was at like the peak, and obviously it fluctuated. But the way that sometimes they would transfer cocaine because it got so hard to smuggle that much in that they would load up an airplane full of
you told me
cocaine
this.
and then fly it in and land the plane and then evacuate the plane and just leave it there. $1 million to buy a plane, and you're making $60 million a day.
It's an investment. I wish I could buy a plane and just leave it there.
Just leave it, dude. It's crazy. And at one point, he ran for governor. Yeah, or president
Of Colombia?
And then he was actually probably going to be president until his mugshot got leaked because he got arrested, and he got arrested on purpose, like jokingly, like I'm just going to get arrested because I own all of the police. So like one cop was like, "We're going to take him down." They like gave him a mugshot, and then he was like, "Just so you know, I could kill your family in the next 10 minutes," and then they let him go. And so then he like got his mugshot, and the only reason he went to the police officer in the first place is because he needed to find out who the mole was in his cartel. And so
What's the mole?
Like somebody in the cartel was telling the police.
The rat?
Yeah.
Why do you call it a mole?
Well, I guess the mole is a mole the other way. Like a mole is a rat.
Yeah.
A mole is
But
I don't know. Regardless.
I've just never heard mole
For real?
as a rat.
Well, have you ever heard mole before?
Not in the term you're using it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think of mole, fucking mole in your face.
Oh, well, mole is another word for that.
Dude.
A mole is an inside man that's betrayed.
Gotcha.
Okay. So he was trying to find the rat in his cartel. So he went willingly to the police station and then
Let me go, or I'll have your family fucking. How the fuck?
He's even smiling in his mugshot. Like look up Pablo Escobar mugshot. That's it. Like just smiling casually.
He's just like.
And then he's just like he literally
It's not even.
says,
It's like these fucking idiots.
Yeah. He's like, you don't know what I could do to your family right now, and then also you're not going to just let me go. You're going to tell me who the inside guy is. He found out who the inside guy was and just murdered him. Like,
did he go into jail just to find out who it was?
Yeah, that's the reason he went. So that mugshot is probably the only reason. Well, based off of the documentaries that I've seen. That mugshot is the reason he was never president of Colombia.
Damn.
Because he had so much money and he couldn't launder it all that he just started giving it away to the poor. And so the people in Colombia, like he would like...
I wonder if it was like cash.
It was. It wasn't
Because
like...
can he even have a bank account?
No. Because he has so much cash. So he like there would be lines of poor people coming by like a soup kitchen, but instead of soup, they would just give them a stack of money.
No way.
Yeah, just money. They would just hand him money. So then he was winning all the votes because he was giving away money. Mm-hmm. Like you don't even care about political. Like what? I don't care.
Damn, that's the next strat.
Yeah,
Next presidential strat. Just give away
that's
money.
How you beat Trump.
How much money do you think you'll make? How much money would you like to make in your lifetime?
I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Because I was thinking about that earlier with whatever we were talking about. I forget what fucking sprung it up, but Bill Gates and shit. Or who are we talking about? That was we were just talking about the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder how much I'm gonna make Like in my life,
In your lifetime.
yeah, when you said they make 60 mil a day, I'm like, am I even gonna make half of 60 mil in my lifetime?
Yeah.
Am I even gonna make a mil? Like, yeah, unless I die.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said it like that. Unless I die.
Unless I die.
I would like to make, since you won't say, how much am I going to make in my lifetime? I would like to
What?
be able to say I've made, this is going to be a stretch, but over 100 mil.
In your lifetime?
Yeah. I would like my net worth.
Holy
If like
shit.
by the time I'm like 60 and like everything's added up, be like, oh, MaNiac's net worth. I'm still MaNiac. MaNiac's net worth is 106 mil.
Damn. That's hard.
That is hard.
'Cause I don't
Is
even
it or is it?
Well, I don't think 21 Savage right now is worth his net worth. I don't even think it's like 2 mil. And that's 21 Savage.
Really?
I think Hex looked it up because Hex was like,
Well, I mean, I think if you look up Scump's worth, it says like less than what it is too.
okay. I mean, it's probably true.
I feel like I've looked up Scump before.
And you were just like, pfft.
It had said like 600,000 or something.
You were like, pfft.
Yeah.
Nice
like-
try, Google.
I was like, I got the intel. Edit the wiki page.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But I remember Hex was just like, because he was like, I got a 12-car garage and I only have 6 cars. And he like heard that line and he was like, this guy can't afford 6 cars. And he started like looking it up. He was like, how much is the net worth? Then he got it. And he was like,
I don't know. It's got to be worth. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
his
mean,
net
it's-
worth is worth.
he has a shit ton of money, obviously.
He has millions.
But I do genuinely think the rap game like over exaggerates how much money they make.
Yeah,
Because
it's like YouTube.
well, it's like
kinda.
YouTube, but because people think people in YouTube are just, everyone that does YouTube is just rich, but it's really like the top. It says anything. The top 1%
Yeah.
blew up, and nobody in COD is the top 1%. Like people in COD make a lot of money. People in Halo make a lot of money, but the top 1% now is like PewDiePie, Ninja, Ali,
That's crazy.
like those people.
Just the fact that you said Ninja.
Well, Ninja is the
I
top
know.
right now, like that.
Like, it's crazy.
I thought about it like literally like 20 minutes ago because all I ever do now is brainstorm what I'm going to do with my life and be happy again. And I started thinking about like as many excuses as I can think of for why not to do this like Halo doc or whatever. Why it's probably best to do it now that Halo has Ninja. Like a Ninja interview for Halo, I feel like he still has enough respect for Halo that he would do it.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I don't know if I'd have to pay him. I'd probably
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you just like called him at an event or something,
Well, when is he going to leave?
he's not gonna fly out.
Yeah. I mean, I would go to his house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just, I mean, I think that, it's now would be a better time than any because Halo is as low as it could possibly be with so many people in Halo that everybody knows. Like you got to think like the people that are popular from Halo have like they've done like Golden Boy, like Maven, Gandhi, like they've all gone and done other stuff in esports or in gaming, and now Ninja is the forefront of it.
Fuck.
Whoa.
He passed me as like top Halo
You
YouTube.
said he passed you,
He
but like
tombstoned
I
me.
don't even know if you like saw him. Like you,
He tombstoned me.
I think he passed you in H1,
Yeah.
and then he.
Yeah.
took to the skies.
Then he skyrocketed away from me, never to be seen again.
He like passed you on the road in H1, and then he
50 Cent jiffed me.
flew. He took off, and you were like,
No, I was like,
you didn't even notice. You were just asleep.
I was asleep. I was in bed.
Yeah, he really did pass you up.
Hard.
If you're not careful,
Listen,
Ogre 2's gonna pass you up soon too.
should we? Oh, wait, has he been streaming or something like that?
Yeah, you get like 800, 900 viewers.
Nuh-uh.
Streaming Fortnite.
Is he really?
You better catch
Because I was in
up.
his stream not too long ago. He wasn't like getting viewers like that.
I just watched his stream the other day, and he had 800 viewers.
Oh,
so
really?
that's
Maybe someone hosted him.
Yeah,
Or
that's
maybe
right.
I'm just fucking behind
Yeah.
and I don't know what's popping anymore.
So
But you know what it is gonna be? Actually, I
even say it.
wanna do a Flycast without fucking talking about Fortnite. We said, were you on the podcast? No, it was me, Hex, Jack, and Midnight.
Midnight.
But we're just like we tried to not talk about Fortnite.
Yeah.
But it was like
it's just annoying.
that just comes
Yeah.
up because
right
it doesn't.
now it's not even gaming. It's like there is no such thing as video. Like it's like Fortnite, and then like everything else is just like it's there. But I mean, Far Cry is there, and then everything else is just esports.
I haven't looked at any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Besides Fortnite,
Fortnite, yeah.
no Far Cry, nothing.
Nothing, because
Connor, Fortnite.
because there is nothing else, man. Like it's like
What
it's
is there
such a
to-
good point in gaming history, but at the same time, it's like I streamed yesterday, and I started out my stream. I was like, I'm gonna try the new PUBG map because the new PUBG map came out. Every PUBG map has been 8x8. This one's 4x4, so it's super small. The same amount of people. It's gonna be faster. It still was. I spawn in. I look for a gun. I run around. I get shot in the back, and I die. And after a while, I was just like, fuck that. Like I'm glad people like it. I'm glad other people enjoy it. I'll watch Doc play it every once in a while, but it's not fun. Like I don't have fun playing it.
Yeah.
And especially with Doc and Shroud, like they land somewhere and they can just sit there, and all the stream snipers just
Yeah, that's
come
true.
and they just da 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 da. They just get a ton of kills.
Uh-huh.
But for me, people were just like, "Hey, Hitch, you're playing
little old
this?"
Hitch.
And I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm playing it. I'm gonna try it out." And the map's beautiful,
You
but
die, look at your chat, someone types trash,
Yeah.
time him out,
And I'm just
possibly
like-
permabanned.
so then I go from that to trying to play any other game, and I'm just like, I have to go back to Fortnite. That's the only thing to play.
Yeah, it is. It's the only thing to play, only thing to do.
yeah.
Apparently. There's literally, I don't know what to, I lost this word might not fit here at all. Hello? Is that good? Yeah, we're good. Okay. We had a computer pop up, scared me. What was I saying?
That's the only thing to do.
The only thing to do. What was I talking about?
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
I think that's how you started it.
Oh, I forget what I was gonna say. But what's there to fucking do anymore
I don't know.
besides Fortnite? Because I'm either at the office or playing Fortnite
I don't know.
or Target.
Yeah.
I'm running out of options here.
Well, that's why I started playing I did a BioShock.
No,
Go.
actual stuff to do,
Oh, like actual
like
things to do in life.
human stuff.
I don't know. I kind of want to play I want to find an indoor soccer league or something like that.
I want to do a basketball league with
Yeah.
all of us.
I'd do that.
Me, who would the team be? Me, you, probably Hex,
Hex.
Mike.
Me, you, Hex, Mike.
I mean, Bose would play.
Yeah. I think Kenny used to play. Wait, was Kenny? You played with him?
We played like horse and shit
Oh,
with
yeah,
him.
yeah.
He was like, just typical gamer trash.
And I'm not good. Yeah. I would be able to. I could handle.
I'm not good anymore either. I could like bring the ball up the court
and look like you're not,
and like look like I'm the guy you should maybe be scared of. He's the only one on that team that can probably score, but no.
Yeah.
I'm just good at making it look like I'm good. Because I used to be good. I just can't make shots now.
Yeah, me neither. I can pass pretty well. Like the one-handed, around the
back,
the bounce pass.
I was always good at that stuff. I was like have I said this before on the podcast?
What?
I was like do you know who hot sauce is from AM1?
Yeah.
I was like hot sauce.
You did, yeah, you used to
in middle school. That was like my.
Because then I think I compared myself to the professor. It was like you're hot sauce. I'm the professor. And I'm I have the handles.
Who would you? Since I played basketball, I'd consider my style like the hot sauce type thing. Who would you be that I would know of for your like soccer style?
Well, obviously it's not, because you're not saying before I say this, because this is going to piss people off, you're not saying
I'm the Cristiano Ronaldo.
Exactly. Like, you're not saying you are as good as hot sauce.
Yeah,
you're
I'm just saying
that's
like
your style.
Yeah.
My style was always, my favorite player.
It's like a genre.
Yeah. My favorite player growing up was Ronaldinho. And Ronaldinho was known for how flashy he was. And that's what my coaches used to get super pissed off, because before practice, like,
I would like hot sauce.
I would try to juggle, and I would try to like do like bicycle or like rainbows and like do crazy cool tricks, like freestyle soccer type tricks. But then I would get on the field, and like my touch wasn't really good, or like I would miss a wide open net whenever I was inside the 18. Like sometimes I would struggle with like fundamentals, but then at the same time, like one of my coaches was like, I can't believe you can do all this fucking crazy Ronaldinho shit at the beginning, like before we even start practice, but you can't make a penalty kick. Yeah. And I'm just like, I don't want to go out and practice penalty kicks.
I didn't know as a kid. I wish I knew as a kid what like practice was.
Yeah.
Because I just went. I didn't like think like, all right, if I get good, like that'd be dope to like be the man in college and just be hella nice at ball.
Yeah.
And like while I'm here, I might as well use my time wisely and like practice.
I kind of
really concentrate while practicing, because like that's like kind of how it came with Halo. Like there came a certain point where I was like, I started taking it serious, and then started scrimming, and then really started learning like, okay, how do I get better?
Yeah.
So and as a kid, when you're playing sports, you're just like, you just show up.
Yeah.
You don't like, you just go through the motions they tell you. You don't actually like consciously like practice it.
Yeah. So it's like instead of in like Halo, you go from like, oh shit, like I can move around the map pretty well. Like I can hit my shots, to I know the spawns in this game type on this map because I've played it so many times. And I never got to that point in sports. It was like whenever I practiced on my own, I would go out and juggle, or I would go out and if I practiced in basketball, when I used to play basketball, I would do like spin the ball on my finger and try.
Me and my friend would
lower the goal.
Me and my friend would do that. Like, lower the goal, play 1-on-1, fucking just like dunking and shit.
Exactly. It's like, but you're just trying to have fun when you're a kid.
I remember we set up. We set up the basketball hoop beside the trampoline, and we had a game called Slam Ball, and it was fun as a kid. But whenever you get older and you like actually get on a trampoline and there's a hoop here, you're like, this is small as shit.
Yeah.
But as a kid, it was like 4 of us jumping on a trampoline, flying around, doing like dunk contests and shit. It was super fun. That was just non-practice basketball.
Did you ever have a basketball hoop in a pool and you would play basketball in a pool? That was always
I'm sure I have, but never like nothing. I don't remember anything.
Yeah. It was always fun trying to like jump off a diving board and do like a between the legs.
I used to
dunk.
be nasty at diving board. Like I was so good at everything. I remember going to the pool. We in camp. I think it was summer camp. In summer camp, we started going to the pool every day, and like I got like hella nice at the diving boards, and I could do like a 2.5 front flip, and I was like 12.
Damn.
And like thinking about it, like back then, I thought I was cool, but like thinking about it now, if I saw a 12-year-old do like a 2.5 front flip, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck? And I remember a lifeguard said something to me. I don't remember what he said, but I just
Like
remember
a compliment?
it. Yeah. Just because
You were just like,
I was the hot sauce of diving boards.
dude, that's funny. Did you like the same way? Because I was kind of like that, where anything that anybody threw at me, like I could just pick up, and I'd be decent enough at it in a very small amount of time, and it would piss a lot of people. Like a lot of my friends, or not a lot of my friends, but some friends would be like, dude, it's so annoying that you could just pick shit up and be good at it. The only thing that I could never be good at was Halo. That's the only thing I could never be good at.
Really?
I tried in Halo Reach, and I was just so bad. I could never be good at it. Did you ever have a friend that could do that but better than you? And it was annoying?
Yeah. That
Dude.
was Blake for you, right?
Yes.
Well, you've told me that, I think, like 5 times.
Have I really?
At least,
Because
like,
it's like
twice.
the only person. I'm just
Yeah.
like, dude,
Yeah.
fuck.
There's a few of those people.
I thought you were going to say your person was Blake. Was a Blake that you knew.
no.
And I was going to be like, wait. And then
No,
you
mine
redirected.
was. I know one kid we all talked about was just this kid Justin that kind of like lived. I lived further away, but then I was friends with everyone in this one neighborhood.
Yeah.
But we would just go over there, and he's like such the like average Joe.
Yeah.
Like he's not loud or like cocky but he's just so naturally good at everything. It's
yeah.
fucking annoying.
Yeah. There's a friend I had like
And
that.
he like doesn't even try.
Yeah.
Just
He was just good. There was a friend I had like that in Georgia too. Like we were on the same, like the small town that I lived in had like this like local like athletic department, and they just ran like different seasons of different sports. We were on the same baseball team, the same soccer team, and the same basketball team. And we were just like, and he was always just like, well, I was better than him at soccer. He was better than me at baseball. And then we were both pretty decent at basketball. So
I can't even
like,
imagine seeing Blake play basketball.
Oh, it wasn't Blake. It was somebody else.
Oh.
It was a guy named Cal. But yeah, I've never seen Blake play basketball.
He doesn't look like a basketball player.
Apparently he likes to brag about how good he was at what's that? Knockout. He used to play Knockout.
Like, come on. That's like, I was going to say that's like someone telling me they played Halo 3 Octagon, but do you even know what that is?
Blake is nasty at Octagon. Dude, did I ever tell you? It's fucking.
You know who's nasty?
Cloud.
Cloud.
Because.
Or Straight Sick.
I didn't know.
Straight Sick. Cloud will get like so pissed hearing me say this, but like Cloud might have been the best, but the one time Straight Sick and Cloud like played for money in a hotel, like obviously 1v1.
Split screen?
No.
Oh.
But they played 1v1 in a
man.
hotel, like for money, like on land. So there's like no excuses, and Straight Sick beat him by just like a few. But
I literally,
and I know, like, it's just funny if he heard this because he hates the fact that he lost that. It's literally like, yo, go to the grave with that. Just fucking
That's
still
crazy.
pissed.
Because when Cloud played, it might have even been in Reach, maybe it was Halo 3. It was either Halo 3 or Reach. But Cloud apparently, like, he was hot shit back then.
Yeah.
And he would accept random 1v1s from fans. Blake sent him a message that said Octagon, and then he left, and he came back to get on to play, and he opened up his Xbox Live thing, and it said invite from Cloud to Cloud, and he clicked on it. He clicked on it and it already expired. So he had already picked up a different person.
Damn.
So Blake always talks about the fact that he missed his chance to play Cloud.
He would have got destroyed bad.
I
would have to see. I can if I watch Blake play for 10 seconds, I would know if he's good. He's not.
Yeah.
If he had a chance, I guess, or not.
There's a video on my old channel of, I mean, Halo 5 Octagon was pretty bad, but
I got pretty good.
Dude.
Actually, that's some of the best times of my life. That's like
What?
Octagon and Halo 3.
Yeah.
I remember I used to go to my friend's house when this was, I think I met them in 2009. But anyways, I'd go to his house. I was still playing on a tube TV, not even a monitor, and just playing Octagon against each other, like
just over and over and over
on LAN. It was so fun. And I guess we can talk about this now, but back then they would literally get high. They'd smoke weed, get high, and then just watch me. And I was like their entertainment, and they would just geek out about like how good I was at Octagon. At least like against them, because they're trash. But like I would do some crazy on a tube TV. It's like, easier too. Yeah. That was one of the best feelings when someone's just watching you, dude, and you're just shitting.
Oh yeah, I've always said that. Like people, whenever we would play Modern Warfare 2, like whatever, like we would play like scrims or whatever, like a couple years ago on my stream, like people would come every once in a while, like once every 3 streams, somebody would come in and be like, "Dude, I just smoke a lot, and then I watch your stream." And for some reason,
I feel like I hear that every stream.
And for some reason, that makes me so happy. I don't know. It's kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to say what I was just about to say something that I was going to push it too far. But whenever people smoke and then they do something that they're going to find more entertaining than they would sober, and that one thing that they do is watch my stream, that's flattering as hell.
Yeah, it is. Like, I've definitely got that a few times in my stream.
I don't know why. I always like acknowledge it. I'm always like, thanks, man. Thanks for watching this.
I used to always get the MaNiaC's high too.
Yeah, but you're just
like, nah.
I'm just tired.
Yeah, I'm just in my bed, sleepy.
Yeah, people always say that to me. Hey, it's just high while streaming. I'm just like, no, I can't breathe through my nose, so.
No, congested.
I'm just always a little tired.
Eyes a little red. Those were good times.
Yeah.
The good days.
The
prime of my life.
I think that was one thing that I never really did in COD. We never really like 1v1'd. I don't know.
Remember
Rust was a thing, but like I never really did that.
What'd we 2v2? Me, you,
Blake and George.
What was that?
That was
MWR.
MWR. The 1v1 sabotage on.
Dude, that shit was so fun.
I think.
How long did we play?
I think it was a 45-minute game.
But we played a lot. Like, how many hours did we play?
We played like for like 3 hours, but we did like 3 games. We won 1, they won 1. Or yeah, we did 3 games. We won 1, they won 1. Or they won 1. They destroyed us, and then we like kind of clutched up and won 1. And then by that time, we had known every spawn, how long it took like the map to like play out, and so it took 45 minutes to do the next game because it's you play until somebody wins. And I remember
it's not like
on stream, I didn't even look at chat because I was just like ingrained.
There's no time.
It's just like you die, like stuns.
You die, it's instant spawn up.
Yeah, dude, that was so much fun. And then I
found that like more fun than fucking.
Well, it's because
tournaments.
It's respawn.
Oh yeah,
respawn's always more fun. And in MWR, all it was S&D 100% of the time.
Dude, I was so pissed when or was it you who held the Black Ops 2 tournament? Yeah. And then we had to switch to Ghost.
Yeah, because the hackers.
I got on Black Ops 2. I was shitting. I was like, I knew this was my game. Let's go. And then we had to switch to Ghost. I was like, what the fuck?
Dude, I can't wait till we do Optic Plays Black Ops 2. because we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
2v2 Black Ops 2. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that will be fun.
And we'll have scuffs by then.
Yeah, I was about to say we need scuffs.
Yeah,
'cause
I think they're
fucking.
They're talking to Scuff right now.
I can't play without a scuff.
Dude. Like
I can't play COD.
I appreciate Roger like for what he did. Like it was a great video, and like I'm sure the next one's gonna be great. But like fuck him for making me miss Modern Warfare 2 now, because I had gone like 8 months, 7 months, not even thinking about Modern Warfare 2. I forgot about it.
Our episode or yours came out, but
as soon as I turned it on and heard the music, I was like, fuck.
yeah, what was I? I was in a meeting the other day, and we just got done doing something. But I come back to the plays room, and you're just playing fucking.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you. I was your ride, so I was just playing pubs.
I was just like, Jesus, man, get over it.
I found a mod online. I just had an idea. I found a mod online of Modern Warfare 2 that like incorporates like Black Ops 1 maps, Black Ops 2 maps, and like COD 4 maps into Modern Warfare 2, and also has like different games, and it's like free if you have the game already. And I was like, what the hell? So I've been like making YouTube videos off of that.
Apparently,
it's been a lot of fun. Are you about to talk about Halo Online?
No, I was going to talk about. Apparently, China has
COD Online.
Yeah, is it a COD BR?
Yes, the best Call of Duty out. The best Call of Duty of all time. We can't play in America because
What, the one that's out right now?
It's out all the time. It's called Call of Duty Online, and the only reason they made that, the only reason Activision, I think it's Activision. The only reason they made that is because they don't use consoles in China, so they don't play Call of Duty. So they made a free to play Call of Duty in China that you can just buy microtransactions on, and it's called COD Online.
Why can't we buy it?
Because they get their money from game sales here.
Yeah, I know, but you would think you could just like buy it online somehow and just like play on China servers.
Well, you can. Well, there's like a way there's like a way you can do it, but you play on like 300 ping. So like
I'd still like to just like walk around.
Yeah. Well, Pomage has a few videos, and the thing is COD Online just
on it.
Yeah,
playing it.
Yeah.
What
Well, he did it it was like a year or two ago.
Damn.
So he COD Online just made a BR.
Yeah.
And right now it's like not that active. It's just like 16 to 20 people.
I wonder how it.
I saw a video.
Well, if it's like if you insta die, like you know how with a, I forget M8, is that a burst?
Yeah.
With like an M8 in Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
I'm the best. But you would just like one burst someone, and if like that's the case, in that. Like, imagine just like running through a field for 10 minutes because the storm's coming, then just
yeah,
and you're just like,
it's like
that happened to me today. Fucking, I'm just running. I get in a fight, I kill him, and then I'm looting him, and I'm even moving while looting, and then I just and it was a dude with a deagle, just like 20 feet away, just headshot deagles me.
Yeah, it was because of the first shot accuracy.
And I was just like, what the fuck.
Yeah. I mean, that was always the problem with H1. But why is H1 so much better than PUBG? It's because it's just faster? It's just the movement speed is faster?
Well, it's not to a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
I like it better than PUBG, 1,000%.
So many people just got triggered that I said that.
I kind of want to try H1 again. I probably will, like, one of these days, because I did get my... I probably will on stream. And I'd started downloading H1 the other, like a week ago and just stopped. I was like, I'm not playing this shit. But if I stream, I'd probably jump on H1 or something for the sake of the old days. Yeah.
It is. I mean, I played it the other day. Or actually I played before it was free to play. So now there's like 30K people online, and it used to be like 3,000 people online.
I just feel like there's in H1, there's just like a shooting, like skill gap almost.
Yeah.
Fortnite, why bloom? But we're not talking about Fortnite. I think we've gone far enough to not talk about Fortnite. still online COD.
Oh, what I was going to tell you is that people in my chat yesterday, because whenever I got tired of Fortnite, I started playing that Modern Warfare 2 mod or whatever, and it was pretty fun. Chat seemed to like it. And then one guy was telling me, he said, "Have you ever heard of Halo Online?" And I was like, "No, unless you're talking about just regular online Halo." But apparently, there's a PC version of Halo that you just go and you download it, and it's like a
Well, I think that's
Halo 2 remake or something.
That might have been what we played for before H2A came out.
Oh, yeah.
That might have been the shit we played. That was like XBC though.
Did you
Xbox Connect?
Oh, was it?
Did he say that?
I don't know. It's literally
Xbox Connect's like
website.
the first online, like XBC came out before Xbox Live, so it's like super old.
Oh, it was like.
But so I doubt that. But imagine we were talking about this on the podcast, the second best podcast in Optic.
Oh yeah,
the Optic podcast.
The Optic podcast. Okay.
We were talking about if Halo had a BR arena or whatever. I think that'd be dope. Like, imagine like a squad running through, the fucking Spartan Hills, and here comes a Warthog with another team on it.
Oh my God! Wow.
Yeah.
I was trying to visualize it, and then you said Warthog, and it just changed everything.
Yeah.
Because
And
I forgot
ghosts
about
and
Ghost, Warthog. What's the other
Banshee.
one? Banshees. Yeah. Holy shit! That would be
Wraiths.
epic.
Yeah. That would be sick. Imagine do you know what a Wraith is?
Yeah.
The big blue.
The big one.
Like having one of those and like your team's just running with it, but like one of you's in a Wraith. Like,
What the fuck?
That'd be sick.
Dude, there's so much cool. There's so many more cool things you can do with Halo.
Yeah, and they could
VR.
just start making shit up. Halo BR, because at first they were like, I think Heck said, would you play a COD? Would you rather a COD or a Halo BR? And I was like, actually, now that I think about it, Halo BR might work out. And then I did the same thing you did, and Jack started talking. I was like, wait, Warthog.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that would be sick if you can get a fucking Warthog.
If you're just like running with and like one guy still only has a pistol, one guy maybe has a snipe, one guy has a BR, and then like that's like you spawn somewhere weird.
Yeah.
So one guy only has an assault rifle, pistol, sniper, and a BR, and so the four of you guys are running through, and then out of the hills, a Warthog jumps out with a guy on top. Like you'd be like, shit!
That's like the perfect Halo Arena commercial.
Yeah, right.
But would never happen in a real game. In reality, and then a Warthog almost gets over the hill, hits the top, flips to the side. Three people fall out, and then it's just a shit show of shooting.
That would be so fresh. Like you, like, and in Halo, it's crazy because they're actually in the history of the game. There's been med kits, and there's been overshields, and there's been bubble shields and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was thinking about the bubble shield
or
and stuff.
Camos, like one dude.
Yeah, there's
camo,
been gay stuff that you can use. Remember when that happened? Then
Yeah.
a long time ago, I would use the word gay.
The IW beta.
Yeah, sorry. Wait, IW beta.
That's
Why
when
did
you
I say
said
it then? How do you remember that?
Because I was streaming and it was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Because you said it. It was me, Pamaj, and you were playing. And you just out of habit said it from your Halo days because somebody popped some sort of random thing that like gives you extra health or like, I don't know. Remember how IW had all these like weird specialists that you could use, like glitch and stuff? And you said it. And then me and Pamaj got really quiet. And then you were like, MaNiaC. You're like, MaNiac's homophobic. And then me and Austin busted out laughing. But when you're growing up a certain way, like shit just slips out. Doesn't mean
that made me think about
homophobic.
Why am I getting sad now if I think about the old Optic House? Like,
I think about it at least 9 times a day.
Like, how long do you have to live with other people until you're happy and on your own.
What do you mean?
Like, like, when is it too old to live in a mansion with 8 dudes? Is basically
I'm
my
gonna
question.
go with the oldest person that I know that's doing that, which was Mike when he was 29. So we're good. Well, I'm good. I have
Not if we
4 more
move
years.
back.
If we move back, then
Well,
as long as I'm not
wait,
the oldest.
Mike was 29?
28 at the Scuff House.
He was the oldest?
Because
Out
I'm
of
trying to think
everything,
I'm trying to
everyone?
think of people in phase. I can't think of anybody older than that.
He might be the oldest.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So-
That means I'm like second. Jeez, man, I'm a pioneer. Remember when I texted you? Did you remember my text? I
the
texted you
pioneer
at
of
like
this.
3 a.m.
Yeah.
I'm a pioneer of this shit.
And then I woke up and saw it, and I was like, "What? What?"
I was just thinking about it, and I was like, there was no, like, esports wasn't a thing when I was doing esports.
It's crazy.
The word esports didn't start
Didn't
till
exist.
yeah, it didn't exist.
Well, esports didn't exist when I was watching.
Yeah,
It was competitive gaming. You probably wouldn't even.
mine was just MLG. Mine was just a MLG Halo tournament.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah. Holy shit, that's crazy. Because ours was competitive Call of Duty, and it was one day.
I'm pretty
maybe it will
much
be
the
MLG.
like shitty white basketball player that played in like the 50s, and like
that has crazy stories.
yeah.
But
I'm trying to think of one, but I guess they're all.
I'm not saying this is probably my favorite basketball player of all time, and I'm just saying it after you said shitty white basketball player. So I'm not saying he's a shitty
Larry
white basketball.
Bird.
All right, don't get ahead. You're not the Larry Bird of esports.
Who?
You're the John Stockton of esports. Actually, that's giving you too much credit.
He's a legend.
Yeah, he's in the Hall of Fame. He got inducted into the Hall of Fame the same year Michael Jordan did. Fun fact of the day.
When did he play? Was that the?
It wasn't even that long ago. It's like early 2000s.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it wasn't.
I was like,
that
did
long
he
ago.
play in like the 70s or
No.
80s or something?
No, he's probably casually living his life right now.
Yeah, there's not really a person in the NBA that I could be. Like, there's one good white person. There's, well, 2. Larry Bird, John Stockton.
Yeah. I don't know. Gee, I can't believe you admitted to getting sad about the Scuff House.
I am. I'm sad.
I am too.
Not really.
I am.
I know.
Really.
I am really sad.
So I just think about it because people still come into my chat every single day and they're just like, you should do this for trivia next week. And I'm just like, it's not me anymore, man. And then like people ask me about vision, and I'm just like, I don't know how to like respectfully or not respectfully. I don't know how to like easily tell people that I don't have a passion for vision anymore. How did you
Did
do
you
it?
just say that for the first time
Yeah.
publicly?
No, well, I said it on my stream yesterday, but second time publicly, I guess. But how did you do it with Halo? At what point were you just like, I don't really like Halo anymore? Or did people care? At what point did you say? At what point did you admit?
It's just when I had to force myself to sign on. Like,
Damn.
it's like work or
Yeah.
working out. I don't enjoy it,
Yeah.
but I like have to do it
Yeah.
because at that time I like had to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, if I'm playing, I need to at least practice, but I knew I didn't like it for a long time.
Yeah. Because it's kind of
Well, there was a period of me talking about retiring, and then like months went by, and well, it's because I was thinking about retiring because I was talking to Hex, and we were thinking about, or he was thinking about picking up what was the Optic Halo team,
Right.
Lethal and all of them. He was already thinking about picking them up, but their contract with like CLG or something he couldn't right then. So I was like, well, what do I do? Because it's either I retire now and tell my teammates, because I think I had a team at the time, or I like wait this thing out. And he was like, just play and wait it out. And then it took a couple months, and then they finally could get him.
Yeah.
And then my life was ruined. Just like that.
I just can't believe the day it happened, me, you, and TJ went to Steak and Shake. And I was like, are you guys like good? And then funny, because TJ was like, I kind of feel like an asshole.
Nah.
I know.
If it was like more random, but I knew about that for like months.
Yeah.
But I only knew like it was official for a few hours, like that day.
Yeah.
Basically. Or like maybe I found out Wednesday and like TJ flew in Thursday or
That's
something.
Exactly what happened.
Yeah.
You literally retired at 3 a.m. the day before Crossroads came out. We filmed that interview. Like, people get so pissed off I remember people were getting so pissed off that Crossroads was late, because Crossroads was like an hour late. I was doing the finishing touches while the live stream was on. And so that I could just export it and go stream it. Mm-hmm. But the reason is because it went live at like 2 p.m. and we did your interview at 3 a.m. So from 3 a.m., well, I probably didn't sit down to edit. I exported the interviews at probably like 4:30 a.m. And so from 5 a.m. until 2 a.m. or 2 p.m. that's when I was editing.
Yeah.
So you literally had no turnaround time. It was wild.
Yeah, they pretty much knew, and I had to like.
You told your team like an hour before we did the interview.
Yeah. I forgot about that. I told them before I did the interview.
See, that's what I miss. Like, it was just Vision was just the rawest form of content that I wanted Optic to be. It was everybody, it was an interview with Hex talking about the COD Champs team at the same time that you retired and we picked up a new Halo team. We introduced the Gears team in the same episode, and Mixwell, talked about moving into the house, into the new CS house. And he was like, I'm an assassin.
Damn.
It's the same episode. All of that happened in one episode. And it's like now, like,
well, you just can't even like.
I don't even know what's happening in Optic. Like, how am I supposed to? I can't. And the reason I could create that vibe is because that vibe was so natural in Optic.
Yeah.
It was, we were all there together doing it all at the same time. And now it just seems like I don't even know. Like, if I had to figure out what was happening in Optic, I would have to ask like 12 people.
Yeah, same.
So it's like.
It's like when we walked in here, I saw that on the board. I'm not going to say what it says, but I see this on the board, which, like, I guess kind of has to do with us.
Optic, yeah.
Yeah, and like Optic, but like I don't even know what that means. And apparently it's already started.
Yeah, it's already started.
I was not aware.
Yeah. And it's like this isn't, I don't want to, please don't make this the front page of Reddit. But like, it's not like a roast. Like, we're not roasting anything. It's just things have changed, and
I like it better.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, I know you do.
I
feel like I can mold. I can get to a point where I do like it better. It's just that, it sucks that Vision. I just don't know if Vision will ever. I don't even know if Vision will survive, but it definitely will never be the same, in my opinion. Unless, no, there's no unless.
Yeah, no, it can't.
It can't. And I don't know how to say that without, upsetting fans or whatnot. But I just don't have the passion for it because it's not the same. That's why, like, this other, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And that's all I think about every single day is I don't know what to do. Like, with
brings us back to our first topic. Or I don't know if that was. I was about to say, I don't think that was the first topic, but what is there to do?
Yeah, what is there to do?
Because, like, I used to never really do this at the old house, But like even today, I text Mike and was like, "Hey, want to go to this place tonight?
Yeah.
The bar
To go drinking.
Yeah, go to drink, because it's like, what is there to do besides that? Or for
We're not
what?
gonna say it. We're not gonna say it.
How long are we on this thing?
An hour and 20 minutes. We could probably
Wrap it up. Well, another Flycast down the hatch,
Another Flycast.
down the shitter.
Down the shitter.
As always, we got to plug our sponsors. No one. We don't have one. See this table right here?
This could be yours.
Your big old brand. Right
Your
here.
Brand. Could be there.
Right there. But until then, man, I'm fucking up this whole outro.
You are.
Do we have music?